Howdy, friends. Are you tired of the 100 different bookmarks and roadmaps on AI engineering? Well, welcome to my course. I have designed this course specifically for students and working professionals who don't have the time to go through the 40 hours lectures. This course is built for the busy. We will keep it high velocity and hands on, and we will learn via building. We have the micro build weekdays where we will do 10 to 15 minutes of pure coding. We will code one small feature every single day. We then have our deep dive weekends where we will take these weekday blocks and assemble them into a full scale demoable project in under an hour. So, no abstract roadmaps, just the code we need to be an AI engineer. Let's get to it. In Module 1, we will learn about the basics of LLMs, prompting techniques, and context engineering. Let's have a look at our first microbuild task. We want to build a minimalistic script to call an LLM, and then we make it multi-turn chat. Let's get to it. Over here, I would recommend you to pause the video, try it out on your own. This should hardly take you 10 minutes. Alright, let's get to it. Let's have a look at the script. For this task, I'm using Anthropic. Make sure that you've got the Anthropic key and you've set it in your environment variable. You initialize the Anthropic client, pass on the API key, and this is how you create a chat message. Pass on the model ID that you need, provide the system prompt. Now, the system prompt is a mechanism to give a personality to your LLM. So, based on your domain, you might want to customize it. So, I've asked the LLM that you're a comedian, you will answer the question, but with a pun or a joke. You provide the max token, which is what the LLMs charge us on, and it's probably a good idea to add a sensible max token limit there. And the messages is where you pass on the user prompt. Now we are getting the prompt from the user via the user input here. And this is how you read the response from the LLM. Pretty straightforward. Let's have a look. So that's my LLM. So I've got a question here. What's the fourth planet on the solar system? And there's a response. It has replied it with a dad joke with it, which is what we asked it to do. You can also see the amount of tokens we consumed as part of this task. All right, let's go to the second part of the task. We want to make it multi-turn as a chat would be. It's pretty straightforward. Again, pause the video and give it a shot before looking at the script. Here we go. So you can pretty much reuse the entire code. It is pretty much the same. The only interesting thing here is messages. As the model is replying the messages, what we do is we append the history to the messages, and that gives the LLM all the context it needs for a multi-turn conversation. So have a look at the code again. Get the key from the environment variable, initialize the Anthropic client, and we have now abstracted out the send message into a function, so it's easy for us to pass the prompt and the history to the LLM. And you can basically have this in a loop and have your multi-chat ready, and you can terminate the chat based on some conditions. So let's have a look at the send message. You come here. It's pretty much the code that you had. The only change you see is the history here. So we have added the users as command or the prompt as in the history list. And as you get a response out from the assistant, you push it back into the history as well with role assistant. that tells the LLM what messages belong to a user versus what the assistant replied, and that is pretty much it. This is your multi-turn chat. Let's have a look. Okay, let's give it the same question. What's the fourth planet in solar system? And it's back with another bad joke. And then we say, are you sure? And I'm not telling it about the last question, but it should have all of the context. That is all for the first microbill task. As part of this task, we learned some basic concepts on LLM API, how to use the Anthropic client, what a system prompt is versus a user prompt, how does the LLM use the history, monitoring your token usage, and building multi-turn chat. I hope that was fun, and tomorrow we'll do another microbill. Please play around with the code and please try to dig into more concepts. Cheers!